Welcome. I'm Harry Black, City Manager. Thank you thank you through the City Council for making that possible. Speaking of that, you'll hear from council members, you'll hear from the mayor. We've got Mayor Kevin Lincoln here, Councilmember Michael Blower, Councilmember Dan Wright, and we've got other dignitaries. We've got Supervisor Paul Canepa, we have Supervisor Tom Patty. I think that's it for elected officials, but we also have a representative from Congressman Josh Harder's office who will provide a proclamation shortly. Just want to say a special thanks as always. You know, we're always acknowledging and recognizing the good work of our city staff, our departments, and I'm quite sure the mayor and our council will continue to do that. But Public Works, Director Reed, Chad Reed, for the community outreach, the design, installation, the new parking lot surface, to improve access, along with our community services department who set most of this up in terms of refreshments and bringing out our new Playmobil, which I think is about, how old is it now?
3 months.
About 3 months old. We took the old Mobile City Hall and converted it to Playmobil, yeah. And so you'll be seeing that a lot. So at this time, I'm going to ask Director Chad Reed, the Department of Public Works, to come forward to just talk about some of the ins and outs, you know, of this project and some of the history. Chad? Yeah, we could clap for him. We're batting 1,000 in terms of Public Works directors for Stockton. We've been getting the best. Our previous one, and Chad is setting he's setting a new standard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's obviously way too kind. So this has been a great project. We have been so excited about this. This started, I believe, a couple years ago, and we were looking at what we could do in North Stockton to provide an all-inclusive, all-access playground. And we had some great citizen outreach. We did a meeting, and we had a lot of council members there, and a lot of citizens that were very passionate and provided some great inputs. So what you see here today is a culmination of a lot of hard work from staff, a lot of citizen inputs, and what we believe is a great project to be able to present to you guys tonight. So a couple of thank yous. Tina Villanueva, who petitioned the city for quite some time to have an inclusive playground suitable for her daughter Clary. So I want to say thank you to her. Chris Olson with Specified Play Equipment Company for the design and introducing the community to the playground and the meeting at Seaford Center. Also want to say thank you to Lauren Jessup with Sierra Play Partners on the installation. They were critical, and from the time we received this to the time that we're standing here today, they did a fantastic job. Also want to thank one of our partners, West Coast Arborists, for helping the community members plant the new trees. And a special thank you to all those who came out and helped in this past weekend's beautification. The park looks fantastic, so thank you so much for that. You know, when we have citizens and community members, council members that come out and help with our cleanups, it makes such a huge difference. So thank you all so much. And then, you know, personally, I'd like to thank Colin Scott, our parks manager, Sue Christie, and Victor Machado. Their tireless efforts to make our parks look better is just gets better and better every year. So thank you guys so much for your hard work. And then lastly, obviously like to thank the Community Services Department for their help in coordinating today's efforts. They always make us look good too. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Reed. Just to add to some of what he was saying, this is a very unique and special installation. It's fully accessible and inclusive. Ramp structure provides access and play activities, wheelchair accessible elements such as sensory rails and rocker platform. Play elements, features for physical, cognitive, and tactile imaginative play, stability sanctuary, and rubber surface under the play structure. we recently had a redistricting, a city council redistricting, and this was Councilmember Wright's district, District 2. It is now Councilmember Blower's district, and they've been both working in partnership to really make this happen. But I want to give an extra kudos out to Councilmember Dan Wright. He's been relentless with respect to making certain that this happened. So with that, I'm going to ask our Mayor, Kevin Lincoln, to come forward to offer some comments, and he'll be followed by Councilmember Wright and Blower, and then I'll come back up. Mayor.
Thank you, Thank you, City Manager Black. I would just say, you know, this is a perfect example. This project here at the park is a perfect example of how the city is intent on meeting the needs of all of our residents and providing amenities for our residents and all of our children to be able to experience. As it was mentioned earlier, you know, this is a fully accessible park and play structure, and it's really exciting because if you're from Stockton and if you look back over your life and the memories that you created in our beautiful city, many of those memories are tied to several of our parks. And for me, I grew up playing at Anderson Park, but I also played softball here at Sandman Park. And so as you think back, and so it's refreshing to see the reinvestment into our public spaces for all future generations to benefit from. And I want to thank the community for coming out today. I saw a young man playing on the structure earlier. This is for him, right? This is for our kids. This is why we do what we do and why we work so hard and why we have the level of focus that we have. And so it's an honor and pleasure to be here with you today and serve you. And I will just say, you know, with the previous council member Wright and with our current council member that represents this district and this park, Councilmember Blower, you have two champions in the city of Stockton that are focused on meeting the fundamental needs of our community. And so I think without further ado, I can hand it off to Councilmember Wright. Come on up, my friend.
So, as the city manager said, this all started with outreach to me as a council member. Somebody saying, we need accessible parks in our city. I have a child with special needs, and he has nowhere to go. So, don't ever let people tell you that you're not going to make a difference just by reaching out to your city council member. It happens all the time, and this is a classic example. I'm super excited. I mean, it's much longer than 2 years. This probably goes back about 5-6 years from the genesis of it, which started during my community office hours over at the Hammer Triangle. And from there, I brought it up to our previous Public Works Director, Jody Almasi, and she started the wheels, and Chad brought it to fruition. Chad Reed brought it to fruition. So I'm super excited about this. This is hopefully the first of many inclusive parks in our city. We've got one smaller inclusive park at Van Buskirk. We've got now this larger inclusive park in North Stockton. We need more. And I'm terming off City Council in January, so you can count on my advocacy for this to continue forward after I'm off council. Thank you.
So I'm Councilmember Michael Blower. Oh. Councilmember Michael Blower. And as was mentioned before, I did inherit this park with redistricting. It did become part of my area. And as was mentioned, I just can't thank Councilmember Wright enough for all that he did to get this ball started. And when we did the transfer and it became my district, he didn't just leave it to me. He's still been very involved. As Director Reed said, there was community outreach meetings, and there Councilmember Wright and I were, and I just can't tell you how gratifying it is to have gone from that meeting where we got great public input, and that's so important, and seeing conceptual drawings to being able to turn around and see what's behind us. And I loved, as I was sitting there watching Councilmember Wright speak, seeing the kids behind us. behind me, seeing them back there already enjoying this and knowing that kids with all sorts of different abilities will be able to come to this park and enjoy it. And this park has special meaning to me as well. I remember back in high school, I was a cross-country runner. We would run to this park and we would do wind sprints. And I can tell you, I'm very glad I don't have to do wind sprints today. I do also want to put a big thank you to all the members of the community. I see Matt somewhere. The city staff, everybody that was here on Saturday for the beautification effort. We planted 10 trees that you can see. We did painting. You can see over there, see the tree back there? All the kids that were here that were working on it, that's their handprints. So that was pretty cool. Oh, there's Matt. So thank you to everybody for that. This park, it's really moving in the right direction. Very excited to see what the city of Stockton has been able to accomplish and what we're doing for our citizens. We look at today, we've got a ribbon cutting, and ribbon cuttings are great, and I love that it's now open and people will be able to take advantage of it. And then just tomorrow we have a groundbreaking. We'll have a groundbreaking ceremony at Swenson Park in a collaboration between the city and the county. So thank you to Supervisor Tom Patty and where's the other one? That guy, Paul Canepa, him as well. Want to thank you guys for the partnership in doing more great things for our city. So 4:30, we'll have that at Swenson, so you're all invited. And once again, just what a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm so thrilled to be here. And please bring your children, enjoy this park. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman. And that's a great segue. As Councilmember Blowers mentioned, we're the city of Stockton, but we're located within the county of San Joaquin. And so goes the county, so goes the city, goes the other one. So we appreciate the partnerships. I'm going to ask Supervisor Canepa and Supervisor Patty if they would like to offer any comments to the public.
No, it's a great day, and Saturday we came out and painted and touched up everything, and I think it brings back pride in our community for people to have a safe, clean place to come, and it's the partnership. So we all need to put aside our differences and come out and do things that are proud and mindful moments for the city, and I think Supervisor Patty and I mean, tomorrow's going to be a great day. This is a great day. We have the bench dedication, which is another partnership. So I think all of us coming together makes Stockton a better place to live. So thank you.
So just real briefly, and just so you know, this play facility right here was tested last night. I drove by to see what was going to be happening, where it was, and Dan Wright was running up and down all of the slides, and he was checking, making sure that it was going to be for Public Works, that there's nothing that could go wrong. So great job out here, running around, having fun, and we are here to celebrate. It is a partnership, and we also have what's going to be an unveiling in a moment for, again, partnership in the community. It's not what we do, it's what we could do more of. And your elected representatives, you've got your mayor, you've got your city council, you've got a city manager, you've got Public Works, you've got 2 supervisors in partnership with this great city. We're going to keep making maybe small baby steps, sometimes bigger leaps and bounds. This city is going to be the place that you do want to be. It's our home. It's where we call the place to be. So thank you all. Thank you, city manager.
Thank you. Thank you. Our final acknowledgement will be, we have a representative from Congressman Josh Harder's office with a proclamation, Gurman Singh.
Thank you, City Manager Black, and thank you to everybody who is here today. My name is Gurman Singh. I'm here on behalf of Congressman Josh Harder and the office. First and foremost, just a really big congratulations and a nice job to everybody who had an effort to play in this. It's a really great initiative to make things accessible for all kids. So really nice job. I would like to present this certificate to the City of Stockton. So if we could have all the members.
Let's do it.
So to the City of Stockton, on behalf of the United States House of Representatives, I would like to recognize the city for the Sandman Park Playground ribbon cutting Thank you for championing the recreation for all kids and being a pillar in our community. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Good?
Good. Yes, we're good.
All right. We're good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so again, as the mayor has mentioned and others, I didn't bring my numbers with me tonight, so I'm disappointed. Over the past 4.5 years, we as a city have been investing tens of millions of dollars in terms of public amenities, including parks, and so this is just another one. So at this time, I don't know who's in charge of the ribbon cutting, but that's not me. So I'm going to ask that person to come forward and get us going with the ribbon cutting.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah!